Hi there, I'm Andrew, and I want to share with you a little bit about how to sit for meditation. Now, meditation, which is really the end goal of all of the physical postures and movements and all of the breathing techniques that we learn, should be done in a seated position. Now, why seated? Why can't I meditate standing or laying down or walking? Well, these are all ways that you can meditate, but it is important to have a strong seated meditation practice. For one, your bum and your root and your legs are connected to the earth. It's important that we feel that connection. It's important that we understand and begin to become aware of earth energy coming up through our legs, in through our root, and up into our spine. If you've never experienced this tingly sensation, this warmth that comes up from the earth, it's okay. It takes many people years just to feel anything in their root. Your root is the place between your butthole and your genitalia. Your PC, your perineum, and the other pelvic floor muscles are there. And those connect up to the tip of the tailbone, up through the sacrum, and up through the spine to your mind. So as far as your energy centers go, your root connects you to the earth. So that's why it's important to sit. Now, you don't have to sit on the ground. You can sit in a chair, because the energy still comes up through your feet and even comes up through the space underneath your chair and comes up into your bum. Now, there are a lot of different ways that you can sit. I'm showing you a way right now that is kind of like a crisscross applesauce, but then also kind of like a lotus position as well. This is what works for me and my knees, my tight hamstrings. So I invite you to really explore the different seated possibilities for you. First of all, if sitting on the floor feels really uncomfortable and you find that your spine is collapsing in order to sit, finding that your knees are lifted and you're having to stay engaged and active through your hip flexors, probably not the best bet for you to sit on the floor. Start in a chair. There is nothing wrong with sitting and meditating in a chair. If it helps you to feel the lift and the good posture in your spine, then that's the right seat for you. I just invite you, if you sit in a chair, plant your feet well on the earth and don't sit back in the chair, but instead sit on the edge of your chair. You would like to feel this openness through the heart and chest and not feel any rounding through the lumbar curve if possible. If sitting on the floor is more your style, a couple tips. Number one, see if you can relax your hip flexors. See if you can relax your front hips. So if you find that when you're sitting directly on the floor, you're having to kind of keep your muscles engaged here, you're going to run out of steam. The goal here is to be able to sit comfortably in a stable and soft seat for many minutes. So just be honest and real with yourself. Is holding this going to become a pain for me? If so, a couple things you can do. Number one, you can take props and stick them under your knees so that you can relax your knees. Number two, take a prop and put it underneath your bum. A bolster, a little briefcase, some books, a block, a blanket rolled up can make a huge difference. Then you can allow your knees to be a little bit lower than your hips. So that's what we're going for. Hips elevated higher than the knees so that we can relax through the front hip flexors, so that we can extend through the lumbar curve, so that we can be open through the heart and chest. Now, you can also achieve this alignment laying down, but when you're laying down, your back and your spine, your center channel, is connected to the floor, and so the floor will actually dampen any vibrations and any energy that you're feeling come through your spine. So it's important that we're in this upright position. My teacher says kind of like your spine is a hollow bamboo tube, so you can resonate and vibrate that and feel more air coming in and out of that space. So spaciousness and length is important in our seat. If you have any hip or knee things going on, you can also kneel. Kneeling is a great way to sit. And you can, of course, prop underneath your butt in a kneeling position as well. So this is my invitation to you. Play around with different ways to sit. See how you're able to sit up tall during your meditation practice. And then sit for 5, 10, or more minutes and feel your breath and feel your body and see what comes up. Maybe you've heard the term, let me sit with that for a few minutes. That's what this is all about. Sitting with the sensations. Sitting with the experience of being alive. Instead of constantly distracting ourselves and doing, coming back to this very simple, easeful place where we can observe ourselves and the patterns that emerge. Thanks for sitting with me. Till the next episode. Peace out.